guys, it's Amy at Zoe Beck, and I'm going to do kind of one of my first end of the year kind of videos. I am going to talk about 4 nonfiction books that I want to read in 2024. So I'm trying not to make a lot of big lists or a lot of big things to let myself, again, I'm very much a mood reader, and I'm just finding that the lists are not working. Now, this is kind of a project that I want to do with this nonfiction because these are all huge books. They're all gigantic, but they're all related to writing or writers. And I thought, hey, these are all ones I want to get to, and I want to kind of do it 1 a quarter maybe, but this might be too ambitious. I'm hoping to get through at least, if I can get through at least one, if not multiples of these, that would be great. So, sorry, Cooper was laying on me. Anyway, so I have 4 books, and they're all massive. These are all massive books, but they're all about different writers, and they're different biographies on them. Yeah, they're all biographies. So, but they're all ones I wanted to pick up before this, and I either one of them I've started. One I read the introduction to, and the other 2 I just haven't. One I just bought, and the other one I was supposed to read in 2023 and didn't get to. So these are the books that I would like to focus on my nonfiction. I have so much nonfiction too, but I really want to read these big biographies. They're calling to me, and because of some reading I've done this year, I kind of I just need to get to these. So I'm going to make this my nonfiction project for 2024. If I can get some other stuff in, of course, I'll read nonfiction throughout the year. I will pick up smaller things. I do want to get back to my presidential biographies. I still need to read Alexander Hamilton before I continue on, but you know, I still have those to read, but those will have to come when I get a chance. So I'm going to start with the book that I have previously started before, which is Red Comet, The Short Life and Blazing Art of Sylvia Plath by Heather Clark. So I had started this the year it came out, whatever year that was, which was 2021, I think. I don't know. It's been a couple of years. And I meant, as I said, I meant to read this that year, but it was just 2020. I don't know if I started it that year. Might have been the year after. So, but I got 190 pages in. So, not that far. This is, you know, over, so yeah, it's 937 of the main text. And then, of course, there's lots of notes and stuff in the back. So, this is about Sylvia Plath, who, again, I read The Bell Jar when I was in high school and has always been fascinated by her and other stuff that I've read about her. I've read some of her journals. I read an abridged version in college, or, yeah, around that time. I don't think I finished it. I know I started it. I do have her unabridged journals as well. So what I want to do is I want to get through this year, and then maybe do that next year or later in the year. But this is the one I really want to focus on because I have started it. I have the audiobook. I'm not sure now I don't know who any of the narrators are of the audiobooks I have, but this one for sure I have on audio, and I would like to get back to it and try to finish this book out. So again, I still have 740 pages, 750 pages of this. So there's still quite a bit to do. It's still gigantic. But I really want to finish this book this year. So, I mean, this is the one I'm kind of thinking about first quarter, but that's just because I've started it before. So we'll see how it goes. But this is the first one. And as I said, she was a writer, novelist, and a poet, and some short stories and stuff too. So, you know, and again, her journals I want to read so bad because I started those a couple of years ago and I didn't get far. I also have all of her letters. I have those collections too, in those 2 big bind-ups. I have a lot of stuff on Sylvia Plath. So I want to first read Red Comet. So that's my first one. One that I picked up this year, just in the last month that I got used, was Virginia Woolf by Hermione Lee. Again, I read a small biography on her by Nigel Nicholson, and I just found it kind of wanting. So this is a much bigger, chunky one. This one is this just under 800? Yeah, so this is 760. So 760 pages. Kind of the same, but this one I don't have an audiobook for, nor did I find one. So this one's going to be a tougher read because it's much denser and smaller print. So we'll see how this goes. But this is, of course, is about the author Virginia Woolf. And again, I have read, I think I've read about half of her stuff. I haven't got through everything yet. I am still going through her catalog and trying to get through her stuff, but I want to know more about her. She is, to me, fascinating in a lot of the ways, in the people that she knew and she dealt with, and then also just the things in her life. So I kind of want to see how Hermione Lee deals with this, with things in her life that I've read about in other books, like Square, what is it? Square, oh, I don't remember that. There's Square Haunting, which I read. And then again, I read some books, some stuff, letters and stuff from Virginia Woolf, between other people and stuff. So I want to know more about Virginia Woolf. So I just think that that's another one. That's hopefully one of the quarters. I'll pick that one up. I'm thinking that would be second quarter is why I'm saying that there, because I'd really like to pick up The Life of Samuel Johnson by James Boswell. So this is a 3-book, I have all of them, but it's a 3-book version of it. So it's this really cool one. But it's not too, and the print is pretty good. I did find an audiobook that I could probably get from Audible for this. I read the introduction this July for Jane Austen July, because I thought I would read the first part in Jane Austen July, because even though he is before her time, he was very influential in the mid 1700s. So as a writer, and I want to know more about him. He's one of those names that you hear about, but I don't know a whole lot about him. And Boswell was one of his proteges who hung out a lot with him in his later life. And I just want to know more about Samuel Johnson. So I have this set that I bought 3 or 4 years ago on a vacation. And I got the whole set for a pretty good price. So, but I have them and I want to read them. So again, that's another biography. So I'm guessing, well, this one is, I don't remember how long it is altogether. So this is like 450 in this volume, and there are 3 total. So this is quite a big. The penguins are usually like over 1,000, and they're chunky too. So I'm hoping to at least get through 1 volume. I would love to get through all 3, but again, this one I want to at least start. As I said, get fast, because the introduction was really interesting on this, and so I learned quite a bit. But I do want to read that as well. So I think that'll be third quarter, because again, it'll kind of click in with Jane Austen. But it might not take me, it might be more than a July book. I'd have to work on that. And then the last one is the one I was supposed to read in 2023 that I did not get to, and that is the Brontes, Wild Genius on the Moors, The Story of a Literary Family by Juliet Barker. So this is a book that I wish was on audio, as well as the Virginia Woolf that I didn't find any. But this one is about the Brontes. I last year finished all the Bronte novels that they had published, and so I do want to read about them. I don't know a whole lot about their story, I mean, except for things that other people have said or I've heard about. So this one is, well, it's over 1,000. Oh, maybe not the notes, maybe it's just under. Hold on. Oh, the notes start before that. Nice. It's not quite 1,000. Sorry. Looks like 979 pages. Anyway, and then again, this one is not, it's, as I said, this one, the print isn't great, but it's a little better than some of the other ones. But this is, again, another chunky one, but it's on some writers, so I would like to read that. So, as I said, these are all the books I would like to, again, this is not everything, because again, I can't lift all 3 of the other ones, but these are all the nonfiction books I want to read this year. I mean, I want to read a lot of other things, but I want to focus on the writers. Not just because I write for fun. It's just more, I've gathered these books on writers that I am interested in, that I want to know more about, and I just have not taken the time to read these massive biographies on them. So that's my goal, is this year to at least get through a couple of these. I would love to say I'm going to get all these, but I know my mood reading doesn't always. I meant to read the Brontes all year. Like it just didn't happen. I never picked it up. So I'm hoping that by making the list short, even though all the books are long, that I might get through at least some of these. So if you guys have read any of these, which ones do you think I should prioritize? Are you reading any special nonfiction kind of like, do you have any projects that you are looking at? Again, this is the one that this is my big, I think, focus. Not that the rest of my reading is going to be history, but this is my nonfiction section of it. Because I always like to have some nonfiction on a list somewhere of what I want to read for the next year. And usually I do about 50%. So at least if I read 2, that would be awesome. I'm going to at least try them all for sure. And I'm hoping to finish quite a few of them. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's the kind of the first of my, end of the year, next year kind of plans. Just wanted to put that video out and let me know if you're going to do any really good nonfiction. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.